Hi everyone and welcome. So my name is Wim Gerrits and I'm going to take you through roughly like 10 minutes or so to talk about NetYCE. What is it? What can it offer? What kind of solutions do we offer with the framework and how can we help you guys? So we're all about network automation and simplifying network automation, and to be able to do this for any network from any type of vendor for any type of change, right? And this is kind of a bold statement because every network is unique, right? But we found a way to abstract things, to model things, to use unified tools to actually standardize on how you can make change to the network. And we're going to go in more depth during this presentation, right? So today's problems is that there's no unified tooling when it comes to configuring and changing networks. So people are using Visio, Word, Excel to store information. They build their own scripts, and there's no good process how to get from a service design to actually building something, deploying it, and then once it's deployed, how do you do the lifecycle management and how do you maintain the quality of your network, right? It's a bit of a chaotic process in many organizations. And in the end, it's high risk because the way you configure the network is only known on the boxes in the network. You have to go in, you have to figure out what is active on what port, how is it configured on the connecting nodes, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to solve this, right? To achieve what? Because it seems obvious to talk about automation that will help you reduce time to market, but there are many other factors, right? To be able to be very agile so you can actually make changes in your network quicker while maintaining a lot of stability, right? So it's all about standardizing the service, reducing your overall cost as a company, but also you can get your senior people to maintain NetYCE and have less skilled people to actually use it, delegate it, automate based on your wishes as a senior engineer, right? So having compliancy, all that kind of stuff. So how do we do it? It's one framework where you can actually design and model the automation that will build in a standard way the servers and the configurations that we then deploy and provision to the network, all automated, and then of course validate. Once it's deployed, we can also then go in and automatically go to all the devices and see what has been configured. So NetYCE is a generic framework. It has all kinds of components and tools. You see on the left picture on the top, we have like 21 different vendor modules already. We're constantly developing more. And on top of that, there is a framework with a scheduler that has all the tools to communicate to the network in a data-driven fashion. So that's using the NetYCE engine. We have things like scenarios, which are data-driven ways to go out to the network. We're using templates. So we have technology, but what we have actually done also for this presentation, put it into solutions. So each of these solutions will offer what you're interested in, right? So we're going to dive a bit deeper here on what are these solutions. Well, basically there are 12 building blocks: configuration management, automation, and OS upgrades. These come out of the box and don't require any type of implementation, right? There's some basic stuff you need to do. The NetYCE system should be able to go out and collect information and configurations and be able to have the domain credentials and stuff like that. But for the rest, there's nothing you could do. So configuration management, how can we back up massive numbers of configurations from production, do it daily, look at the diffs, also look at the diffs between how people actually change it outside of NetYCE and from the changes compared to how we did it, all that kind of stuff. There's the automation engine. That's really the core, how you can automate jobs. And how do you do that? Because you need to make them data-driven, generic, in a smart way, right? So we're using the templates and the scenarios, and we can use the database on top of it. So if you look at the unified inventory, that's where you store all of the parameters, VLAN numbers, port relationships, all that kind of stuff, and you can use through the automation engine, right? So we have separate videos on this thing, so we're going to show you. Now, collaboration is kind of cool because you now have, instead of 2 or 3 people, you have 10 or 20 people. You might have outsourcing partners that will work with you, and you can actually configure the roles and the responsibility of the people and the teams per type of network. It's a multi-tenant system, so there's a lot of stuff you can do there. You can delegate your change control based on how specifically you want the network to be controlled, right? So RPA modeling, that's really cool stuff. That's where any type of network engineering activity, right, whether it being from changing a port, simple thing, to provisioning an IP VPN across all kinds of different type of networks, ring structures or star or fiber versus coax, we don't care. We can model these IPVPN services or these specific engineering steps in something that we call robotic process automation. And join us for that video because it's going to be really nice to see how it all fits together. Now we bundle these in specific solutions that are geared on provisioning. So we have customers that love the zero-touch device provisioning. We have network provisioning. Think about automatic ring insertion to expand the carrier network, things like that. And service provisioning, which is really where new customers are being added, but also modification and deletions that should take place to get a customer on and off the network can be automated. So we're going to show you that. Now the migration piece is really the ultimate power, right? Once we store and we get the information from your network into the NetYCE database, you can then say, I want to go from a physical box to a virtual box and let NetYCE automatically generate a new configuration and push it out and do it in a scenario that was fully controlled. You can do it from one footprint to another. We can do it from one vendor to another vendor. Many things that we will show you. OS upgrade, actually I forgot to mention, that's kind of cool because not a lot of people have the time to actually do this. But with this tool, you can actually go out to the network, we'll figure out the running OS version. You can upload the OS version, we'll figure out how to get it there in a controlled way, and obviously you are in control on how it gets there, but NetYCE basically helps you to automate that process. Right, API orchestration. Instead of using the GUI, you can use the API, right? So there's closed loop automation with assurance systems, things like that. And then we got the two light boxes, wizards and integration. And these might require some customization from the development team because the customers have specific requirements for a certain type of process, or they have their own specific OSS or CRM or BSS systems. So we have already a lot of integrations with them, but that might require some customization during implementation. So I hope this all makes sense. Now, the framework has all the tools to allow you to do both a top-down and a bottom-up approach. What do I mean by this? So if you have a brownfield network, you can maybe go from left to right, meaning start doing backups, standardize on the process, get your basic stuff into the database, use that to automate simple things and jobs, then get more to a standardized way of collaborating and then actually, go to the extreme. The other way is also possible if you're rolling out something new, or maybe you want to automate service provisioning onto a brown network, then we will model the new stuff so you can automatically create the service, we build the configuration, we push it out so it's from right to left, right? And you can mix and match. So positioning the solutions in there, starting with config management, using the automation engine and the upgrade, and start to actually look at the inventory system, collaboration, automation, and take it to compliance and provisioning, all kinds of stuff. Now, I've put together 3 slides. I'm not going to go into detail here, but we have around 30 different use cases that we recorded videos of. We've put them in our membership site, and it's free available for people to go and look at. So it will guide you through, and we've bundled them based on the type of solution, right? So if you're interested in the basic stuff, take a look at the first 2 about configuration change management. You want to start to look at the automation engine. There are 2 use cases on that. It's all bundled. So depending on what you like, if you're more into the provisioning, if that's your use case, then take a look at some of the device and network provisioning use cases. We have a very extensive one on service provisioning for a large cable provider. Anyway, just go take a look at there. I think there is enough, and we'll show you how to get access to the membership side. Well, and then of course there is the free license. We've basically decided to give you a license that allows you to have unlimited access to all the config backup functionality. We want to give you that for free, right? Just go ahead, play with it. We'll also give you the automation engine and all the other solutions in there, but it's a limited license from 15 nodes and a number of vendors included. And it's going to be a single server, but it will actually offer you everything I just talked about, right? So if you want to learn more about this and get access, sign up below, leave your email address, that's all we need. You can watch all the individual videos. There is also in the membership site the link on how to download the software, and we'll be able to get you the training videos and to be able to support you from our membership site, okay? I hope you like this. I hope to speak to you soon, and please enjoy. Go start automating something. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.